What up guys, the gaming room here, and welcome back to episode 4 of Game Dev Tycoon. We are really getting along brilliantly now. So, one thing which I want to say quickly, just at the start of the episode, just so you guys know, Game Dev Tycoon is not that long of a game, and I'm just saying this just so you know, this is probably going to go on for possibly 10 more episodes around. I don't think we're going to get 20 episodes, and after that, I have another game planned, so be on the lookout for that once this series is over. Because one thing which I also quickly want to mention about Game Dev Tycoon is when you complete it, you can keep playing it, but after we complete it, I think that's going to be it, unless you guys really want us to continue. Then I might make another series of Game Dev Tycoon, just the after game for a little bit. And again, another thing, just quickly want to say, I'm thinking of doing a live stream next Saturday after this video is uploaded on a Wednesday. So if you guys are interested enough, I will do it. So if you are, just tell me in the comment section we're interested in your live stream, and I will happily do it, because live stream is quite fiddly, and if there is not enough interest, I probably won't do it, because you know I have to set everything up and it takes a while to do everything, as well as make sure you have time to do it, and as a live stream can go on for like 4 hours and make sure everything's fine, so it is quite fiddly. But that's pretty much it. That's all the gaming room news. And right now I just quickly also want to say this episode might be slightly shorter than usual because I have a few things to do. Anyway, now into the video. Where we last left off, we made a game called Outlasted. It was a post-apocalyptic action, and I think it did quite well. Let's just see. How did it exactly do? It made 208k, which is not actually that good, since our last game made 1.9 million, and the one before it made 332,000. So, let's actually do a bit of research into some topics. Let's do racing. Racing and simulation games are very good. Let's just research a few more topics, because I think I'm going to try and unlock most of the topics, and once that is done we can focus on sequels, engines, that type of stuff. So, the last couple of episodes have been quite long, so I'm going to try, I'm going to have to really not even try, but this video is probably going to be about 23 minutes, maybe slightly longer. But anyway, let's research another topic. Let's research martial arts. Brilliant. And Nintendo has unveiled the new successor to the TES, the Super TES, which is the Super NES with 16-bit graphics and sound. That's awesome. Fans have been waiting, and they will not be disappointed, because the Super NES was awesome. I've actually played on a Nintendo Entertainment System. I don't think I've played on the Super NES, but I've played it on the NES, and that was pretty cool. Anyway, let's develop this game, and it's going to be for everyone. It's going to be a medium. It's going to be racing simulation on the PC with a engine V1, and we're going to call it Need for Acceleration. I think that's how we spell acceleration. Acceleration. I don't know. I hope that's right, or people are gonna kill me in the comment section. So, Need for Acceleration with still 2D graphics, because we haven't made the next engine, and we will when we get to the sequel stage. Outlast is now off the market. It generated 887,000 sales. Did it? Let's just quickly take a look. So it made 472 profit, which is actually not that bad. It's pretty decent. I mean, again, nowhere near as good as Elder Scrolls 1. Hopefully Elder Scrolls 2 will be even better. So, yeah, I think we're going to leave it like that. So, gameplay, more important than engine on simulation games. No one knows why. let's just go with it. I think I will hire more staff when we get to 3 million actually instead of 5 million. And one thing, which I have not actually mentioned about employees, is when they start getting tired, you need to send them on vacation. You do not actually need to be sent on vacation, but your employees do. So Jesse, over here, that's his bar. When it reaches there, well, bad things happen. So we're going to try and complete this game before we have to send him on vacation. Vacation? Why do I call it vacation? I don't really know. Anyway, the market has normalized again, so that's good. And also, guys, I know his name is not Jesse Pinkman, as I'm pretty sure some of you are like, oh my god, his name is not Jesse Pinkman. That's my best impression of you guys. It was pretty terrible. But yeah, I know his name's not Jesse Pinkman, but that's just what I'm going to call him. Also, I wonder how many of you will get that reference. I'm pretty sure everybody will. If someone doesn't, well, I'll be shocked. But the Super Tails has been released. Don't think we're actually going to make a game on a Super Tails. Well, we might. Depends. I think I'd rather stick to PC though. So, we are getting some good research points as well as making good progress in this game. So, let's put the world design a bit down, actually have good graphics somewhere around there. The sound, not important. And the game is pretty much complete now, and it hasn't got very high technology, and the design is not high at all either, which is quite worrying. Let's just get all those bugs out before we release the game. Hopefully it's going to do well, but that's maybe because Jesse is tired. Let's just straight away send him on vacation. And game is ready. Yeah, no new records, but we have leveled up in dialogues, so that's cool. Dialogues? That's interesting. I don't think we put the dialogues high, but oh well, let's see. We get a atrocious score. It's very strange with this LP because everything that I usually do that works is not working in a Let's Play, but everything that I would normally not do seems to be working. Very strange. Well, now I got a 5 overall. Looks like we have stayed on the 5 for 2 games, which is not good. So our next game has to, well, it doesn't have to, but it should be good. So I'm going to research a few more topics, just because, well, the ones we have are apparently not too good. So let's go for surgery. Might make Surgeon Simulator, although not next because we just made a simulation game. And it's not good to have 2 simulation games in a row. So racing simulation's awesome, graphics need to be important, and everyone PC is good. That's great, but we already knew that. They're useless half the time, right? Let's make a horror, or research a horror game. After this we can research 2 more topics. I know I should probably be researching things for the new engine, but we're not going to. So, industry news. Vony, which is Sony, are probably going to make the Play system. Now, I don't know how many of you actually know this, but before the PlayStation 1, Sony and Nintendo originally partnered up to make a console. But then, well, things went sour and they no longer remained friends, and Sony went off and made the PS1 on their own. So basically, the original PlayStation never actually happened, as it says right there, it turned sour, and this pretty much mirrors real life as it did, as the Play system was going to happen, but it then didn't happen, and Sony made their own system, which in theory was actually better than a Super NES hardware wise, because it supported discs, not cartridges, and it was more powerful. But many people still say that the Super NES is a better console, but in terms of hardware it's definitely not. So there you go, a bit of gaming history. Yes, we have City, that's another simulation we could do. We have so many simulation games which we can make, which is awesome, but so far the simulation games have not done too great. I mean, let's take a look at our game history. Still Racing Sim, it made a profit. Got a terrible score. World Adventure, that was another simulation, got a 6.25. But at least it made quite a big profit. Bullied, Warfield 1, Bus Simulator, that was simulation, got a 7. Didn't make much money, but that's because it was back in the day when games didn't make that much money. So, next game we are going to make is going to be, I don't know yet. Let's take a look at what we can do. So, alright, let's make a horror action. The action games have not been working for us very well. Make it mature and medium. To be fair, we haven't made any mature games recently, and those tend to do better. So, what could we call this? Horror game. Spooky. Let's call it. I have no idea. I don't really play horror games. The Room. There we go. Sounds pretty scary. If we make a sequel, we could call it like The Room Returns, or I don't know. I'm terrible at naming things, as you may have realised after 4 episodes of this series. I can't name things at all. So, action game, good engine, not as good at gameplay. Again, I don't get that. Let's just actually put the engine about here and see how that does for us. So, hopefully The Room is going to be good. I mean, me personally, it's not that I'm not even a big fan of horror games, I just don't play them. It's the same with horror movies. It's not that I don't really like them or anything, it's just every time I tried watching a horror movie, they don't really scare me because the jump scares, oh, actually, just a second. So let's just warn them and not sue them, because we're nice like that. But horror games the jump scares don't really affect me, so I'm just sort of sitting there going like, wow, this is really exciting. Because when the point of a horror movie is to scare you, and when you're a person who doesn't really get scared of horror movies, it's sort of really bad, because it's just pointless and a bit tedious. Because all the build up, and then you're just like, oh, okay, that was great. So, in the news, we did not sue the people who are using pirate versions, and it's saying that piracy is becoming a big problem in the industry. But personally, we gained 189 fans. In the game, I'm not too fussed about piracy. Again, we're a nice game company. We're not really going to sue people unless we seriously have to. So, yeah. So, let's just get those bugs out. This game seems alright. The technology or the design is not brilliant. It's not. I really wanted to get a new record. I don't remember what the record for technology was. I think it was 22 or 23. But what can we do? Let's just hope that this game actually does well for once. So Jesse Estrada wants more money because he's more experienced, though he doesn't feel very experienced to me. What can you do? Let's actually leave it for a bit, see how the game does. So the review came in, and well, we got a 6 there, 5 there. Well, at least we got an A, that's pretty cool, and a, oh god, 5. They shouldn't forget about sound. Oh. So it looks like sound is pretty important in action games. Maybe that's why all our action games have been failing, because sound. Let's just do this bit of research and see. Maybe you'll actually give us some insight. So next action game we do, we should prioritize the sound maybe. So what did we get? Horror action, great. Dialogue is not important, but sound might be. So we're gonna make yet another simulation game. Let's make a city simulation for everybody on the PC with the version 1 engine, and call it, Sim City. Original, I know. So the next game we're gonna make is, I don't quite know yet, but I think I definitely want to also make the surgeon simulation game. Right now, all we've really been doing is simulation action. We've done some others. We might do another fantasy RPG again once we get sequels, and I suppose we should try something different just to vary up a little bit. So I might, the next game we make, I might do something different from action or simulation. Hopefully this game does well. So far the room has made us hasn't made us 1.8 million, but we have 1.8 million. It's made us 249,000, and it's 6th. And it's, well, already on better than Need for Acceleration. Not as well as Outlasted, and nowhere near as good as Older Scrolls 1. I'm just so happy that we made 1.9 million. That was amazing. So, next, we probably want good AI, level design. Not as good. I think that's it anyway. So, hopefully SimCity's gonna be good, because we've had a long string of flops recently. I think a game that I do not consider flop has a rating of 7. So, graphics important, well designed, probably quite important. So in action games, looks like sound is more important than well designed. Possibly. We'll see. Hopefully, again, SimCity can sell well, because all these flops have just made me very sad. That is a lot of bugs. Let's just get those bugs out, and then we can release SimCity. And hopefully it's going to be better than EA SimCity, because that was terrible. Tell me actually in the comment section if anybody got the game at launch, and did you actually run into all those problems? Because all my friends who got it, problems every time. Anyway, we leveled up in a lot of things and got a new record, so hopefully that means something good. And so much new research available. So, in fact, let's do it. Come on. First of all, did we already do 3D graphics? No. Right, let's start off with better dialogues. Let's start with the cheaper stuff. Then we can move it up to the better stuff. And I've seen some 10s in there, and 8, a 7, 8. Yes! That is what we're hoping for. 6. 7, 7. I was hoping we can at least get an 8 for this game, but that's a 7. That's not bad. That's really not bad, but I was really hoping for something slightly better. Yep, so we got rank 27. That's not a bad debut. And we now have 2.1 million as well as 5.8k fans. Right, let's do a bit more research. Let's go into mono sound. Again, first I'm trying to get the smaller ones out of the way, purely because they're cheaper. We can get more of them done. So what should we research now? I don't want to do casual games. Yeah, we're going to do better user experience and open world, and then maybe level editor afterwards. I mean, we might as well. I might do some contract work just so we can get a little bit more. So it's saying that. That's awesome. So we've been invited to G3, which is sort of the equivalent of E3 in this game. And E3 will gain you hype for the game, which is good and bad. So, anyway, let's now do... Let's go for open world. I was considering, and we're going to have to send Jesse on holiday after this, and do maybe a little bit of contract work, get that up to 10 or 15, and do that one more. And the next engine we release will be so much better. Right, find contract work. We're going to have to, yeah, let's just do that. We don't really need Jesse for that. We can send him on vacation. Way to go, Jesse. Vacation for you. So, I don't think we're going to make another game in this episode. We're going to have to wrap it up in a very soon. Let's just finish this off quickly. Let's just do one more contract work, unless we have to do more. That one's easier. And our technology is better, so it should be done more quicker. Plus Jesse is back, and that's awesome. So SimCity generating 1 million in sales. Let's see. Despite getting a 7, it made us 686k of a profit, which is not bad. It made a 1.1 million. It did cost quite a lot to develop, but that was pretty good. Right, let's see. Can we... Yeah. Right, let's do level editor quickly, and let's see what else. Let's quickly look at the staff. So I'm on 300 and 300, and Jesse, it'd be good if Jesse went up to a 300 as well on technology. So in the next episode we might train him up a little bit. Don't quite know yet, but anyway, G3 is coming up. We're not... I think we are going to go, but we're going to choose a small booth. And we're going to have to start making a game very quickly, so we actually have something to show at G3. So, I'd just like to say thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.